goes in, nothing comes out. And someone checking all this information, but nothing's registered from this location. From this site, I sense that I am in this. What is it burning in my, in my, in my eyes, in my eyes.
In one of the songs, Burning To, you talk about some of your ideals, and you say that it seems people don't want to hear about it.
I think so. That's what the song says, yeah. I mean, that's what it's, yeah. I mean, I feel that generally that all of us feel like it's a problem. Yeah, we all agree it's a problem, but maybe it's not something that we want to involve ourselves with it because we're too busy, or we have to go to work, or we have to get up in the morning, or we have to whatever, you know. It's like it's something that happens to all of us, and that's what the song's about. It's just trying to, it's sort of it's like a kickstart, trying to get people to get involved and to get active and to care, to give a fuck, you know.
You make yourself sound beautiful. You make yourself sound so beautiful. Now I feel I'm gonna set myself on fire. Set myself up at a window. This mountain walker wants to clear view. This mountain walker wants to kiss her. I shoot it right in the book. Take it up for now. Explain it to you. To touch you. Right to me. Right to you, yeah. You make yourself so visible. You make yourself so visible. I feel I'm walking in a shadow. That's a jealousy. Why here? For that in you. Why here? With the things you do. A problem with language. Then you chop it a few. Sensible. Take it over now. I can explain it to you when it comes. It passes right through me. I send it back to you, yeah. Yeah. I wanna reach out to you. To you now. I reach out to you. You want the mother road, I swing a payload. I pull my trigger right on you. You want the mother road, I swing a payload. I pull my trigger right at you, yeah. But that, yeah, untraceable. Traceable now. Explain it to you when it comes. Pass it right to me. Right to you, yeah.
The person in here who hasn't been touched by a rape in their life. If you haven't, your sister has, your mother has, your girlfriend has, your wife has, your daughter has.
You know, if someone is assaulted in the street and beaten in the face with a stick or something, that person will heal, their face may heal, and they might have a scar or something, but they'll always be really focused who the attacker was and who the victim was. And it seems to me when women are raped, a lot of times that it's not so clear in the end because first off, they don't want to talk about it. You know, there's like a lot of pressure not to talk about being raped, and then even though you were raped, you're not merely the victim, man. You're dirty, you know. You're spoiled or whatever, you know. It's a common thing that people get into, which makes it a particularly horrible crime.
in the eyes of men, in the eyes of men. There lays no reward in what you discover. You spit yourself, boy, watching me suffer. Suffer your words, suffer your eyes, suffer your hands, suffer your interpretation of what it is, of what it is, what it is, what it is.
Do you feel any special responsibility as performers or like as public people to?
No, I don't feel any responsibility except to myself and to the people around me. I mean, I don't believe people should treat anyone else as a model for themselves, except for the way that people can be influenced by things, but ultimately they're responsible solely for themselves. So, and I'm perfectly comfortable being responsible for myself and the people around me.
I feel like that if I'm going to be in a position of any kind of focus whatsoever, that if it's something that's important to me, that I like to be understood, and I like people to, I like people to understand where I'm coming from. So if I'm going to be on any kind of position of focus, I do feel like a responsibility as far as not trying to send out I think I wouldn't want people to be emulating me if I'm doing things, and the unfortunate situation, the fact that life is that people do emulate each other, as I've emulated many people in my lifetime as well.
For me, like punk music or whatever is always about undercutting people's expectations and throwing in like a spanner in the works or whatever. And for me, I mean, I want this band to be, if this is unsettling people, I'm ready to really unsettle people, because I'm ready to, I want the sound to always be moving and to be like, anything starts getting static, I start getting uncomfortable, because I feel like what happened with hardcore or whatever is that things get so ritualized, they're no longer powerful, they lose their power, they're not dangerous anymore, they don't excite people, and they don't move people anymore. They just become some kind of a traditional thing which people can just, slip on the clothes and slip on an attitude. But for me, it's a life thing, man, and if it's going to be a life thing for me, it has to always constantly be moving forward and have some kind of a time thing, dimension to it.
It's not only just for the audience's sake that we try to talk with them and confront them. It's for our sake. We don't want to feel like we're just playing to a bunch of heads. Okay, there's some heads and some bodies out there, and let's play and go home. Because it's not worthwhile to me to be playing just to heads and bodies, because heads and bodies represent just consumers, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that. If they're there to be, if I want to go play to people, and those people are there with me, and not and that way, if we can get into a thing where we respect each other as human beings, and the chances are that we're going to be taking care of each other in a little better sense, and just people can recognize the fact that, hey, he's a human being, I'm a human being. Bullshit. Even though here in America.